Welcome back. I'm your host, Sci-Fi Master, World Warship Legends, and it's time for another walkthrough. This time, the Tier 5 Premium Battleship Mutsu from the fabulous country of Japan. Let's jump into it and let's see what's what. Alright, we'll leave those upgrades for last. Loadout, HE, armor piercing, and torpedoes. Okay. I know Mutsu's been out there for a very long time because I've been shot by the Mutsu a lot. Um, I forget how long it's been in my inventory in my mothball crate box, but we're using it now. It's coming out of the inventory. Oh, no. There we go. I'm gonna have to work on those flags too. Oh my goodness. Best of day 2025. Well, you know, I've had this ship for a while. How long do you think? Yeah, let's use a Japanese flag. And I'll get perma camouflage. Sweet. Don't have to use any of my camouflage for that. Alright, survivability 68%. That's nice. That's nice for a tier 5. So 58,000 hit points, armor between 13 and 330 millimeter, 22% torpedo damage reduction. Artillery 81%. That is nice also. 81%. 4x2 410 millimeters at 15.8 clicks. 30-second reload time. 47 seconds on the turn radius. Okay, those both suck. Well, the turning radius sucks more. 6,500 on HE shells with a 30% chance of catching fire. So that's not too bad. 3 out of 10. And then, of course, 12,000, so almost double on the AP. So nice. And secondary 4x2s at 4 clicks and 20 by 1s at 4 clicks also. So, okay. Yeah, if we get in a little bit of trouble, which we tend to do a lot. That's nice. We have torpedoes, 4x1s, 533 millimeters, 21-second. Wow, 21-second reload time? Oh, let me get into a scuff then. Let me get close. 21-second reload. 7.2 on the turn radius, max damage 10k, almost 11k. Wow. 7 clicks, 57 knots, 21 seconds. Huh, I guess I should have got the Mutsu out a long time ago. Air defense 43, so alright, almost at 50%. 3x1s at 7.7, 2x2s at 2, and 4x2s at 5 clicks. Okay, so pretty decent range. Close, mid, and long range is at 5k. Maneuverability 37% at 27 knots. Okay, so now it's definitely probably one of the slower battleships that we've been doing a walkthrough on. 13.7 seconds. Not too bad on the turn radius, and the circle is 770 meters. Concealment is 36% at 14.6. And let's go ahead and put the perma camouflage on. And now let's see what that is. It goes up 3 points. And drops down to 14k. Okay, so that's nice. All right. No stats. Armor. Let's take a look at the armor. Let's see. 25, 26. And torpedo protection. Ooh, that's kind of weak there on the torpedo protection. Even though it says 22% torpedo reduction, well, it's the reduction of damage by 22%. Wow, superstructure is kind of spread out there. That would, yeah, might be some overpens on that. Case mill armor. That's the, all right. There's our heavy stuff. And of course, main battery outer is going to be. It's just like it was looking at those guns, man. Whew. Let's hope. And then, of course, the Citadel. Oh, I see. Well, this is probably why I don't, I didn't pull it out right away. So let me see. So, armor-piercing dive bombers from any carrier is gonna frack you up. Oh, so we may need to upgrade the AA. I think maybe. Thinking the AA needs to be upgraded. So we're gonna have to find a commander with good AA probably. All right, big guns. This ship is armed with high caliber main battery guns. Yeah, look at those fucking turrets, man. Jesus Christ. Above average base HP rating, low yield, below average torpedo damage. Well, that's because it's a battleship, man. The Mutsu Nagano class battleship design using experience gained in World War I to become one of the first high-speed battleships. The ship's armor protection was very good for her time. In addition to her primary armament, she also carried torpedo tubes. Enter surface 1921, ships in Series 2. And you know what? I'm going to toss a fun fact out here also, which will make this video just a little bit longer. The reason the Japanese, so first of all, the Japanese Empire backed World War I for most of the world against Germany. So Japan had a seat at the table for negotiations and how things were going to be distributed after World War I, and they were so disrespected. And they financed. It was over 50%, and I think it was. I just watched it like in the last 60 days. Japanese were funded like maybe 60 to 70% of the war of World War One for the Allies. They were our allies. They were in World War One, and they were our allies. But they funded the war for us to go up against Germany and the rest of the world in World War One and the Great War. And then at the table, they were basically they were dissed. They were ghosted at the table, and they left all pissed off. So when Germany came to them for World War II, they were all in on this. They said, fuck yeah. So if we hadn't disrespected them at the table of the negotiations after the treaties and everything, World War One, World War II would have been differently. But so there's your little fun fact. The Japanese Empire funded the Allies in World War One. So there you go. Let's do our upgrades. And let me see. Torpedo secondary battery fine range, main battery dispersion, and torpedo launch with traverse speed. I don't need traverse speed. Oh god, we so need that. But I kind of wanna. No, not secondary. AA. Firing range by 20%. That's not damage. 47 seconds sucks. Well, we're just gonna have to avoid dive bombers with AP now, aren't we? Oh my gosh. Turn or speed? Turning's not too bad. Fire duration, flood duration, damage control. Any of those, I think, are going to be fine. It's just definitely the first one for the turrets. 47 seconds. Yeah, that we have to reduce that. And fire and flood duration reduced by 15%. Yeah, with the top citadel and everything. Yeah, let's do that because of the citadel and dive bombers. They're going to be able to. They're going to cank us. Unless you guys tell me something else. I'm going to go with that for right now. And alright, let's go find a commander, shall we? Assign a commander. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Battleships, please. Ooh. Togo. I still haven't set up everything I want to do. Porcupine. Burnout. Usually I use the versatile guys for tier 4 or less. Main cruiser main battle group. Why do I have cruiser on him? Oh, I might be using him for cruisers. All right, let's go our max level guy. Grouping. damage. Nice. Battleship detectability. Okay. Per second. Range. Yeah, okay. What's this? Battleship main load time. Alright. Secondary. Destroyer, cruiser, and battleship guns, traverse speed. I think that's good. I like that. Main battery range. Why? Oh. 3%. Huh. 30% HE. Now, would that be... Now we'll use that. Alright, Mr. Kondo. Alright, now let's go look at our stats here. Alright, 68% survivability still. 85, so 81 to 85. Torpedoes are still 12. Hey is up to 47. Maneuverability is 37. And concealment is now up to 45%. Very nice. So from 14 to 13.2. Okay, well that's not too bad. Alright. Alright, Mutsu. I am definitely worried about CV battles. I'm definitely going to be worried about CV battles. And dropping it bombs on top. We're just have to be vigilant about that. But other than that, it looks good. Look at all those secondaries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9. 9 on each side. So alright. So there it is. There's the walkthrough on the Tier 5 Premium Battleship Mutsu from the Great Imperial Navy, Japan, and a little bit of fun fact about World War I and probably how they decided to come in and be against us in World War II. So, until next time, or round 1 and round 2, take care, have fun, we'll see you on the next Sci-Fi Master out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the membership tab on my homepage.